During our wedding vows, my fiancé's mother stood up and said, "I can't let this happen. Not again. Not to another woman." The church went completely silent. 200 guests turned in their pews to stare at this woman in her sage green mother of the groom dress, tears streaming down her carefully made-up face. The organ music had just stopped, and I was mid-sentence, about to promise to love and cherish, when her voice cut through the sacred space like a knife. My fiancé Tobias dropped my hands like they were on fire. His face went from loving groom to something hard and dangerous in half a second. "Mom, what are you doing?" "I'm sorry," she said, her voice breaking on every word. "I've stayed quiet for too long. I've watched this happen before, and I kept my mouth shut because you're my son, but I can't watch another woman marry you without knowing the truth about who you really are." My heart was pounding so hard I could hear it in my ears, drowning out the whispers spreading through the pews. The flower arrangement suddenly seemed too fragrant, the candles too bright. Everything was tilting sideways. "What truth?" I whispered, though part of me was screaming not to ask, to just pretend this wasn't happening, to somehow go back to 30 seconds ago when I was the happiest woman alive. His mother walked down the aisle toward us, ignoring the gasps and the phones coming out. "Ask him about Raina." Tobias went pale. Actually pale, like someone had drained all the blood from his face. His jaw clenched so tight I could see the muscles jumping. "Mom, stop. This isn't the time or place for your delusions." "Who is Raina?" I demanded, my voice stronger now because his reaction told me everything I needed to know. This wasn't a misunderstanding. This was something real and terrible. His mother reached the altar and looked at me with the saddest eyes I've ever seen. His first wife. The words didn't make sense. Tobias told me he'd never been married. We'd been together 3 years, and he said I was his first serious relationship, his first real love. I'd believed every word because why would someone lie about that? That's impossible. He told me he'd never been married. He told me, "He lies," his mother said simply, like she was stating the weather. "Raina was 19 when they married. Sweet girl, full of life, reminded me of you actually." By 21, she was hospitalized 3 times. Broken ribs, fractured wrist, concussion so bad she couldn't remember her own name for 2 days. My son put her there. I looked at Tobias. He wasn't denying it. He wasn't shouting that his mother had lost her mind. He was just standing there with his jaw clenched, staring at his mother with pure hatred radiating off him. "She's exaggerating," he finally said, but his voice was too controlled, too rehearsed. My maid of honor was already on her phone, typing frantically with shaking hands. "I made her sign a non-disclosure agreement," Tobias said quietly. "The divorce was clean. Nobody needed to know about ancient history." "She almost died," his mother spat. "And when she tried to warn your next girlfriend, you threatened to sue her into bankruptcy. I watched you do it. Then you did it again. Every woman who gets close to you ends up broken and terrified. And I've stayed silent because you're my son, but I won't watch this girl walk into the same trap." My maid of honor held up her phone, face white. "There's a news article from 7 years ago. Raina Whitfield, hospitalized after domestic incident. Husband not charged." She scrolled with trembling fingers. "Another from 5 years ago. Different woman, same outcome." The room erupted. My father was moving toward Tobias with murder in his eyes. The groomsmen were backing away. I stood there in my white dress, feeling the ground open beneath me. Tobias grabbed my arm, his fingers digging in hard. "Don't believe them. You know me. Let go of me." His grip tightened instead. "We can talk privately. Everyone is overreacting. You're hurting my arm right now." I said it louder, and his mother was there, prying his fingers off one by one. "This is what he does," she said. "It starts exactly like this. Then it escalates until you don't recognize your own life anymore." Security escorted him out while he screamed that everyone was lying. 2 weeks later, Raina reached out. She told me everything. She thanked me for getting out. I thanked his mother for saving my life. She said she wished she'd spoken sooner, for all the others who came before me.